Clara, certainly saw your fair share of shots today in goal, made like 8 or 9 saves, but I guess the one I would highlight, I think late in regulation, kind of reached up over your head to snare one that looked like it was headed for the top right corner. Does that one stick out at all?
You know, they're all just moments, and you have to handle them the best you can. I wouldn't say that was particularly one of the harder saves I've made. Simple drop step and just catching it, but I mean, it's key. They're all key moments. So.
Did you feel like Iowa really had a lot of chances today, more than normal?
I would say they had a lot more penetration. I don't know necessarily if they had a lot more chances, but they tested us a lot, especially on the top of the 18.
What about closing out this homestand, at least with a point, and getting yourself back in the mix, you know, after a couple rough games?
You know, before we went out there, I said to the team, before we went out for the first overtime period, I said, it's not necessarily about, you know, we've been in this position before. We've come out not on top, and it's about building from that. It's not about accepting it. It's about making the change today. And I think we did. I think we stepped it up a bit, and then we got a point, which is important. And we'll keep building from there.
I mean, being a goalie, you gotta kind of get over getting scored on pretty quickly. I mean, like, what do you have to kind of go through your mind after a tough shot like that and come back and make a few good saves like you did?
Well, whenever I get this question, I always have to give a shout out to my dad. Since I was little, he's always saying short memory, short memory. So every single moment is an opportunity, and there's two things about moments. It's what you do in them and how you react to them. So if you want to mope about it, it's going to affect the ones to come. So you have to have a short memory. Things happen, good, bad, whatever. You just have to go on to the next.
And I guess just you're finally going to be leaving home for a while here, hitting the road. Just how's it going to be different playing out on the road with this team?
Well, it's different because it takes us out of our own environment, but I think it's going to actually be good for us, bring us all together. It gives us the opportunity to really bond with each other. There's not as many distractions, you know, things going around your house or your dorm room. You know, it's just about being with the team, traveling, and getting the result the next day.
Well, once again, you leading the team in goals. Just what did you see there when you got that shot off?
Well, I know Jordan Frick, she just beat some players down the line. She did a great job of just sliding the ball across the goal, and I was just right there to put it in the net. So give credit to her. Like, that was a really good ball.
Seemed like a pretty physical game throughout, and a game that went a long way with 110 minutes. How do you keep the stamina up the whole time?
I don't know. You know, just like if you look at me out there, you can see moments where I'm just dead tired, but you just have to push through it, and you know, just hope, like, just work hard to get that goal, because that's what matters in the end, just that result.
Has to be kind of cool getting interviewed by the Big Ten Network after a national TV game like that. You're a freshman, so this is kind of new to you. Any early thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little overwhelming, I guess you could say. You know, I just came in and I was just like, I'm just going to work hard. I didn't have any, I mean, of course I wanted to score, but I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to lead the team in goals or anything. I just wanted to come in and play my part, so.
Clara talked about going on the road again after this long stretch at home. Probably feels like it's been forever since you guys played anywhere but here, huh?
Yeah, it has. But, you know, I guess we just got to go on the road and we got to get that result. Like, that's what it's all about, so.
I guess kind of coming off 2 Big Ten losses with the tie here and the rest of your season looking forward, what are you guys kind of, aspiring to do? Or,
I mean, I guess the goal is still to win the Big Ten because, you know, all the standings are really up and down everywhere. People are losing games, people are tying games and stuff. So I feel like we still have a chance. We just need to get on that winning streak and hopefully just get into the tournament and do well there. So.
I really would have liked to have won today, but considering some of the overtime results during this homestand, this wasn't the worst thing that could have happened, and at least you go out of here with a point.
Certainly, you know, getting the point is essential, but you know, I thought with the run of play that we had with the wind at our back in the second half, we had to punch through that go-ahead goal. You know, that's the disappointing part. And then once again, you know, I didn't think we were as good in the overtime period as we had been in the second half. So you know, as you have the run of play and you've got the ball in their half of the field and you're getting opportunities in the final third, you've got to get quality of service, and those things just aren't happening for us. So you know, we certainly you know, got a great serve initially. We talked to the backs about getting forward in the game, and Jordan Frick, you know, our goal comes off of our outside back all the way forward, you know, to the in line and pulls the ball back to Alex Hairston. But it's not something that happened consistently. consistently enough, and so that's something we're certainly going to have to work on. But with the run of results that we have had and our results that we found ourselves on the wrong end of overtime matches, certainly walking out of here with a point against a team that hadn't lost yet all year, I certainly think something to build on.
Overtime seems to be a constant thing with this team here. I mean, how do you just keep them just endurance-wise and keep them going for all these overtime games?
You know what, we're certainly cognizant of the number of minutes that they're putting in their legs. We sacrifice 2 days a week for them to effectively do physical and mental recovery, where they've got some self-massage and everything, and some light, very simple light stuff. And as those, we're probably looking at taking 2 days off here in a week's time just to try to give them a little physical recovery right in the middle of the Big Ten season. But the games come fast and very furious with a Friday Sunday format. So for us, it's an off day for them tomorrow, but honestly they'll be going into the training room and doing ice baths and everything, and then we'll come out and we'll have a bit of a fitness day on Tuesday, and then we'll come back to the drawing board. I think defensively we've still got to do a better job of dropping out when balls are being served behind us, and we've got to do a better job of stepping up and getting an initial pressure on forwards that are checking off of our back line, because if we just sit off all the time, we open up too much space for the opposition to play through the midfield, and I think that's what you saw in the overtime periods is the game's open for them through the midfield, so they're getting tons of position and running, and it's just physically more demanding for you defensively. We've got to find a way to I think have a little more sophistication, hook up with each other and find a word. So we're still trying to develop.
Just coming in Northwestern this Friday, Illinois. Still looking for your first Big Ten win. What are your kind of plans regarding the remainder of the season?
Well, go on the road to Northwestern. Anytime on the road in the Big Ten is difficult. Northwestern plays on turf, so we'll try to get out onto the turf fields as much as possible this week, just to deal with the balances and the speed of play. And then certainly we head in after Northwestern. Certainly, I think looking for their first win as well, and then head to Illinois on Sunday, and it's a very, very talented Illinois squad that is on the wrong end results, and they're going to be looking to try to turn that around. But I walk away from our performance on Friday. I thought we played overall very, very well. So to end up on the wrong side of the 3-0 scoreline, I thought there was an injustice. However, I didn't think we played as well today for the entire 90 minutes. So you come away with the point. So soccer's a strange game in that way. So we're trying to put together 90 straight minutes of a quality performance, and I think if we do so, we'll find ourselves in a match.
Right, it was very physical. We jumped on them pretty early, I think in the first 2 minutes, started pretty excited. Went down the line really well, and I just had to tap it in, so that was good. And then they came back, but yeah, it was a physical battle overall, so we're just looking forward to the next game. Hopefully we can go out and win.
How do you guys feel about this season? I know you guys have had a lot of close games, a lot of close losses, but you guys feel like you're just right there?
Yeah, we just feel like we're so close. We've had a lot of overtime games, and it gets kind of frustrating, but we have to keep remembering that we're playing well. We just need to get in this one.
Down.